Israelites. So we also see here a culture barrier that separated the Pharisees from the Jews. So the question we must ask here is, how did the thing get so broken down that the Romans felt the authority, even though they were the conqueror, to appoint an overseer to administer the affairs of the temple, to appoint the Jews, the Caucasians, to administrate the affairs of the temple alongside the Pharisees and the scribes. My people, you have to go all the way back to the days of the kings of Israel. Here we see what's happening here. This started at the death of Solomon, Israel's third king. What happens here? Solomon died. The successor to Solomon's throne was Rehoboam, Solomon's son. And there is a story that is told here that the Israelites came to Rehoboam and said, Rehoboam, your father Solomon was very hard on us. If you go easy on us, we will serve you loyally and diligently for the rest of your kingship. So Rehoboam said, okay, let me take this under advisement. Go and come back to me in a couple of days. Rehoboam consulted his father Solomon's counselors, and they said, Rehoboam, the people are right. Your father was hard on them. If you go easier on them, they will love you more than they love your father, and they will be more faithful to you than they were to your father Solomon. Rehoboam was not happy with that answer, so he went and he consulted his friends, those people who he grew up with. And they told him, Rehoboam, don't bother with these people. They want an easy living. Tell them your father chastised them with whip, but you are going to chastise them with scorpions. You are going to be worse than your father Solomon. When the nation came back to Rehoboam for his answer, Rehoboam did not follow the counsel of the elders, the counsel that his father followed. He followed the foolish counsel of his friends who he grew up with, who had very little experience in the governance of a nation. And he told the people, my father chastised you with whip, but I am going to chastise you with scorpion. The wickedness my father did to you is just like that of my little finger. I am going to be even worse than my father Solomon. This caused a division in the nation. Judah and Benjamin stayed with Rehoboam, but the other 12 nations defected from Rehoboam. They didn't want him for his king. They said they will not have any part in the inheritance of David. And they chose Jeroboam for their king. Now, a problem popped up in Jeroboam's kingship. As it was ordained by the Most High, the city of Jerusalem was a city of the Most High. The Most High temple was erected in Jerusalem. And all Israel were to go to Jerusalem to offer their sacrifice and to worship the Most High. Let us turn to 1 Kings chapter 12 verse 27. 1 Kings chapter 12 verse 27. If the people have to go up to sacrifice in the house of the Lord at Jerusalem, then the hearts of the people will turn again unto their Lord, even unto King Rehoboam. So here we see Jeroboam start overthinking the situation. He said, if these people have to go up to Jerusalem to offer sacrifice and to worship. After a while, they may fall in love with King Rehoboam, and they will go again to Rehoboam, and they shall kill me and go again to Rehoboam. My people, to ensure that Rehoboam did not get the love and the affection of the Israelites, this is what Jeroboam do. Let's go down to 1 Kings 12:28. Whereupon the king took counsel, and he made 2 calves of gold. And he said unto them, It is too much for you to go up to Jerusalem. Look, thy God, O Israel, which brought you out of Egypt. So what Jeroboam do? Jeroboam built 2 calves, and he tried to make it convenient for his subject for not going up to Egypt. And he said to them, look, these are your gods. These calves, these golden calves are your God. These are the God who brought you out of Egypt. Remember when the children of Israel came out of Egypt, they forced Aaron to make themselves a calf so that they can worship. And they said that this is who brought us out of Egypt. And this act angered the Most High God. Now, in order for Rehoboam to remain king, in order for Jeroboam to remain king, he thought it fit to send the entire 10 tribes into apostasy against their Most High. Not only that, he set one up in Bethel and one up in Dan. So the people of Dan did not have to come across the Jordan to worship the calf that was built. He take one over there so that they can worship. And he had one in Bethel so that the others did not have to go up to Jerusalem. 1 Kings 12:31. And he made a house of a high place, and he made priests of the lowest of the people, which were not of the sons of Levi. Here again, he is trampling upon the law of the Most High. The Most High have ordained it that only the Levites must administer the affairs of the temple of the Most High. No other member in Israel must go into the house and administer the affairs of the house of God. But he changed this. He take the worst people and he make them to administer the affairs of the temple. These people were not Levite. Here we see he is taking the 10 tribes who chose him as king deeper and deeper into apostasy. My people, it wasn't too long that the apostasy of the Israelite became a foul smell to the Most High. And the Most High caused the Assyrian to go and conquer the nation of Israel and take every member of the nation of Israelite, those from the 10 tribes, back to Assyria as slave. And what the king of Assyria did, let us go over to 2 Kings chapter 17, verse 24. And the king of Assyria brought men from Babylon, and from Cuthah, and from Ava, and from Hamath, and from Sepharvaim, and placed them in the city of Samaria instead of the children of Israel. Not only did he do that, not only did he conquer them and take them captive, he's sending people from Babylon and from the different families of the Assyrian to inhabit the city that the Most High gave to the Israelites. Samaria was now inhabited by other nations. All because Jeroboam wanted to be king. He allowed an entire nation to become slaves. My people, from since our people went into Assyrian captivity, we have never been free up to this day. From since the Israelites went into Assyrian captivity, the Israelites have never been free up to this day. We have never been free from that time forward. Even when King Cyrus, the Persian king, caused some of the Israelites to return to Israel to rebuild the temple, we were still under captivity. My people, in BC 63, Rome conquered Israel, and now the Israelites were under Roman rules. My people, what you will see here, the things that happened under Jeroboam, where he caused non-Levites to go and administer the affairs of the kingdom of the temple, was still happening, because now we didn't have the Levite administering the affairs of the kingdom. We had other people, right? Now that Roman has conquered Israel, it was in their interest to ensure they keep an eye on the activities of the Israelites to ensure there was no rebellion, right? So by the time Yahweh, aka Jesus Christ, was born, Israel were under Roman rule for approximately 96 years. The Romans saw it fit to impose themselves in the political affairs of the Israelites. That is why they appoint second and third generation Romans to be Jews, to look into the affairs and to keep an eye on the activities of the Jews, of the Israelites on behalf of the Jews. So this is where we started this lesson. Now let us qualify this. When Jesus was alive and he was walking through and doing his miracles and preaching about the kingdom of God which is to come and so forth, the Jews panic. This is what it says: if we let this man alone, all men will believe on him. The Romans will come and take away both our place and our nation. So here we see the Pharisees, the scribes, and the Jews were concerned that if they allow Yahweh, aka Jesus Christ, to continue, every man will believe on him because he had a believable message. The Rome will come and take away their place, their position, their office. They will not get the privilege of getting the tithe and the offering and the perks that comes with administering the affairs of the temple. So they were afraid, so they could not allow it. So here we see this particular text qualify that the Jews were appointed to oversee the affairs of the temple of the Israelites by the Romans, by their father, the Romans. My people, that is why in John chapter 8, verse 45, when Yahweh, aka Jesus Christ, was speaking to the Jews, he said, "You are of your father, the devil, and the lust of your father you will do." He was a murderer from the beginning, and he abode not in the truth, for there is no truth in him. He was telling the Jews that they are liars, they are of their father, the devil. My people, this is what happened. You have to remember, when Yahweh, aka Jesus Christ, was 12 years old, he knew the Holy Scriptures, not the Bible, the Holy Scriptures. from cover to cover. That is why when they went up to pay their taxes to Jerusalem, and he went into the temple of Jerusalem, he confounded the scribes, the Pharisees, the lawyers, and the teachers with his knowledge and his understanding of the scriptures. So therefore, we have to conclude that Yahushua, aka Jesus Christ, was very familiar with Malachi chapter 1, verse 2 to 4, that says, the Most High Son hated the Edomites. He hated the Edomites, and he will hate the Edomites forever. The Most High Son understood that very well, and he knew the Jews were the Edomites. My people, let me qualify this. In a publication of the Caucasians that is called the Encyclopedia Britannica, and their online version called the Progenitor, it says under the under the topic Roman rule, subheading, under the heading of Jerusalem, subheading Romans rules, it says that Herod, king of Israel, was appointed by Romans. A Roman king, Herod, was an Edomite. Let us go to a Jewish publication. It is called Chabad.org. Chabad.org. And they were listing 14 facts about Issa, the father of the Edomites. And they give the regular facts that we all know from the Bible. That Issa was a son of Isaac, which is a lie, and Issa was Jacob's brother, etc., etc., etc. Now, fact number 12, this is what it says, and I'm reading verbatim. Issa is considered the progenitor of Rome, meaning Issa is considered the father of Rome, and therefore he is the father of the Roman. And we know that Rome was a city in Italy. So therefore, if Issa is the father of the Romans, therefore he is also the father of the Italian and all of the province in Italy. Right? Issa's offspring split into various groups. One of the groups was named the Magdiel, which is identified as Rome. There is a long-standing tradition that the Romans were descendants of Issa, and as such, the Jewish literature refers to the Roman Empire, as the Kingdom of Edom. So people, here we see the Jews who were second and third generation Romans, now in their publication is admitting that the Edomites are Romans. They are Caucasians. So what is happening here? The publication of the Jews is now qualifying that their forefathers, the Jews of Bible time, their forefathers were Romans, right? But I want you to bear that in mind as we go forward. So is there any wonder in Revelation chapter 2 verse 9, when the Most High was giving John a revelation, he says, I know thy works, and thy tribulation and thy poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them who say they are Jews, but are of the synagogue of Satan. You have to remember, the person who was speaking here is the Most High, the creator of heaven and earth. The same God who says that he will hate the Edomites, and he will hate the Edomites forever. Here he is saying that the Edomites, he know the blasphemy of them that says they are Jews and are not. The Edomites who say they are Jews and are not, but are of the synagogue of Satan, their father. Remember, Yahushua, the Son of the Most High, called them, you are of your father, the devil, and the lust of your father you want to do. John 8:45. Revelation chapter 3, verse 9, he also said, behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which says they are Jews, but are liars. He is calling them liars again, the Most High. People, when he said he knows the blasphemy of them who say they are Jews and are not, but are of the synagogue of Satan. What is the Most High is speaking about? Blasphemy means disrespect or dishonor of God. Disrespect God. He knows the disrespect that these people have for God who say they are Jews and are not. How are they disrespecting the Most High? When they take on the assignment to administer the affairs of the Most High temple, it is a disrespect, because the Most High says only the members of the family of Levites are to administer the affairs of the temple. Anytime they go into the Most High temple and open the scroll, they blaspheme the Most High, because they have no rights in the Most High temple, because the Most High hates them, and they have no right touching his holy word. Every time they light an incense on the altar of the Most High, they blaspheme the Most High, because the Most High declared that he hates them, and that is not a responsibility that should be taken lightly. It is a responsibility that should only be conducted by the Levites. Anytime they offer a sacrifice in the Most High temple, it is blasphemy. They show utter disrespect for the Most High, because the only people who are ordained to offer a sacrifice upon the Most High altar are the Levites. So we see they are blaspheming in everything they do when they go into the temple. Even carrying the title and trying to deceive the world that they are of the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, they are blaspheming. So this is how the Jews were able to administer the affairs of the temple, because they were appointed by the Romans to overlook the affairs of the temple, to ensure that the Israelites, our forefathers, are kept in line. That is how they came about being able to administer the affairs of the temple. People, I want you to know this. The Jews in Jesus' day, AD 63, BC 63 to AD 33, were all Roman subject. The Jews of today is a different group of people. The Jews of today are from Germany. They are from Germany. They were given the privilege of forming the country that we now know as Israel. This took place in 1948. It was administered by the League of Nations, which later became the United Nations. This is a fact, and this cannot be disputed. So the nation of Israel that we know it now, that called themselves the Jews and called themselves the Israeli, was established in 1948 or thereabout. It's a very young nation. But they were given billions of dollars to start this nation and to go there to ensure that the true Israelites of the Bible do not return there. Because when our people are in Israel and we are faithful to the Most High, marvelous and mighty things happen. marvelous and mighty things happen. The people who hates us and want to keep us slave forever cannot take the chance of we going back there and becoming faithful to the Most High, and the Most High show up. Marvelous and great things happen. They cannot take the chance. My people, this is how the Jews back then and the Jews today are able to monopolize the word of the Most High. People remember the Romans took back. The Romans, Issa, the Edomites took back all of the Holy Scriptures to Rome. So if the Jews, if Israel was established in 1948, the question we have to ask here, where did they get the scrolls and the other scriptures in order to conduct the affairs of Israel as they are conducting it today? And where did they get those ancient scrolls that they have in the temple at Jerusalem today? They were given to them by their brothers, the Roman, who once carried the title of Jew, so that they can now carry on the tradition of having Caucasians, Edomites in Israel overseeing the affairs of the Most High. My people, there's so much thing to learn, so little time to teach them. Oh, great supremance of the Most High. Father, I thank you for being the great and mighty Elohim, the creator of the heaven and earth. I thank you for using me as your vessel to teach your people of the things they should know about. To teach your people who they are and let them know that we are the Israelites of the Bible. We are the children of the transatlantic slave trade. Our enslavement has been very long, and it is time for you to come back. But we can only have you come back for your coronation when we have overthrown our captors and take control of this earth. It's then you will come back as the mighty triumphant king that you are. Not to fight our battles. You have given us all we need to be conquerors. We just have to be faithful to you and embrace the gifts that you've given us and conquer our enemies, destroy and defeat our enemies, so we can usher in the new reign, the reign of Yahweh, the reign of the Son of God, Yahweh, aka Jesus Christ, Most High. Let the people understand. Let the Holy Spirit go with my words. Let the Holy Spirit lend clarity where I would have lent confusion. In Yahweh's name I say, let it be done. My people, my name is Chief Strongblood, St. Vincent and the Grenadines' favorite and most hated son, the Diaspora Machismo. Talk to you tomorrow.